that morning, I decided to visit a friend with my brother who was visiting at that time in Lagos. I went to visit a friend, and he also came to visit another friend. That's how we met first time. Started, and the rest is history. He's a man of his words, whenever he makes promises a lot, and he keeps his promise.
She loves the family. She always wants the family, to already be in a very good place, and she loves the things of God. She pays close attention, to the things of God, so.
So a lot of people, they say that, but I'm coming from somewhere. I experience things I've been through in life have taught me that without God, we can't do anything. But with God on our side, we can achieve so much.
Everything.
And I want to thank God for him because he supports me. I mean, he really, really supports me. Because if he's not been supportive, wherever I am now today, especially my work with God, I won't be there. So I really, really honor him, the God in his life. Thank God for that.
Amen.
Memories together for me, every memories are whenever we have to. We don't travel often together, although he travels a lot, but occasionally. Like the first time we traveled, where he proposed to me at Ghana, at the beach. So that's a very, very favorable. And a few times like that we have had to go. We went to Bahamas once too.
Yes,
right?
that was another time, yeah. So, I went to Zambia.
Yes, anytime we go out like that on a retreat or family vacation, because he's a very busy person, and that's when we at least have time to unwind. We have so many spiritual, we have different ones adopted, spiritual. So yeah, as much as God gives to us and gives us the grace to take care of them.
Now we're expecting grandchildren, because we want our daughters to get married and our son to get married and to have grandchildren, So right now, at least, thank God, one more thing I said, God has given us a lot of spiritual children. We
Beautiful ones, amazing ones.
See us celebrating our daughters with their husbands, we want to take care of our grandchildren, and also traveling together, having memorable moments together, traveling together to propagate the gospel. So that's one thing that both of us are very passionate about. So in 5 years, we want to see the church grow. Want to see the work that the Lord has put in our house grow so much, and we make more impact than we are doing right now. Yeah. Well, the advice I give to people is to allow God to choose for you. Because if you look at the scriptures very carefully, God chose for Adam. Adam did not choose by himself. So my advice is to build a very good foundation in marriage, to have what I call a Christ-like foundation. In line with the message I preach today, you need to allow God to make a choice for you. And when God makes a choice for you and both of you come together, with the man and the woman, it is important that you put God first in everything. Because once you put God first in everything, like I always say, you see God's hand in everything. So without God, without Christ, marriage will make crisis.
My advice to young people is not to be over materialistic, because the physical things that we look out for in marriage, they are not the real thing that keep a marriage. What keeps a marriage is, like he said, the fear of God. Marry somebody that loves God. That's very important. Somebody that loves God.
Yeah,
more important than just your carnal, allowing your carnality to guide you. Because when you get married, you're going to see each other just as, you know what I mean? Yeah. Wake up, you're not going to have earrings on. You're not going to have your wig sometimes on. So you're just somebody that will love you for who God has made you
to be.
And somebody that both of you can reference, use the Bible as your mirror, not other people. No comparison, no competition. Everyone is not the same. Okay?
GNT Nation.
I don't have a favorite love song, but I have a very good worship song. I would say, take your place, oh Lord.
That's my single.
Take your place, oh Lord. In the beauty of your holiness, take your place, oh Lord. You are blessed and highly favored. I call her my baby. I tell her that I love her all the time. I tell her that I like the way you look. You're beautiful. Well, sorry, I don't know that you're trying to put me on the spot, but that's what I say all the time.
I met my husband in Markham, Ontario, at Sally Jock Markham, yes. And I'd come to church as a newbie, and Pastor Tony was like, hey, come and meet this Deacon. Hey, Deacon Paul, give her the workers form. She has to be a worker. And later down the road, we just got talking, because he's the youth pastor. So we just got talking, nothing serious, just as friends. And then it grew from there. So that's how we met, and that's how our relationship evolved.
You're amazing. You make my life feel brand.
I mean, don't mind my wife. I mean, actually, she was already trusting God for her spouse. She was praying to God and saying, God, I mean, she was asking God and saying, God, can you show me this person? She was the amount of fasting and prayer program that she went for. I mean, but I mean, I'm just grateful to God that she listened to God.
I said yes to you.
On a more serious note, I mean, I remember my wife actually back then we're in 234 Hood Road. That was our location, our church location. So things in the church needed to be fixed, and we were still trying to, gather money to make the inner sanctuary more beautiful. And then she came to ask me, I have some suggestions regarding the church. The decor of the church, how we can improve it. And I told her that, okay, don't worry, send me the information, right? Send me exactly your suggestions, and I'm going to, as somebody that's been in the church, tell you where we're coming from. So to be honest, I didn't have time to read that proposal.
Yeah, I did a PowerPoint project.
Yeah, she made it so serious, a presentation, trying to tell me everything that needs to be improved and things like that. But obviously, I'm so busy. I'm a busy guy. I didn't have time to read it. Next Sunday or whatever, she came to approach me with somebody else, and as usual, the young adult hanging out after service. She said, this man is always saying, claiming to be busy. And then she actually accused me of not managing my time well. And I was like, yeah, but I show you my schedule. I'm quite busy with different things in my own personal life, the church. Anyway, I said, I'm going to call you. From that conversation of her trying to improve the church, you see what the Lord has done, right? So that became the story that we have today. But everything else you said is actually is true. But that was how I first spoke to her, because my mind was never to her. I mean, I wasn't in that mindset. But she said, I was like, this lady that could try to improve God's presence, God's house. Those people that beautify the house of God. And God has to beautify their life with a lovely husband as well.
Too much.
I mean, she's a God-fearing woman. I mean, this woman, my wife, she can pray. I mean, pray for things to happen, and God answers our prayers. And she's a very, very caring woman. She's my lovely wife. I mean, she's very caring. I mean, she'll put other people's burden on top of her own head. That's the way she is. I think her dad will even attest to this, that she can, even if somebody does not have clothes to wear, she can remove the one that she's wearing. That's how much caring she is, and that's the type of lady she is. And I mean, those are great qualities. And if you're looking for somebody to, I mean, maybe look for those qualities as well.
You love me too much. You love me.
What I love so much about my husband, and what stands out to me the most, is that he taught me a lot of things about love before and when we first got married. In the sense that he was he's still very selfless, but at the beginning was like, he made me step up my game. When it comes to surprises, like, he's just the best at it. I had to start thinking of my life. I'm like, as a woman, I need to step up. He's very caring, he's very loving. He goes out of the way, his way to cook some things he doesn't know how to cook with the help of YouTube. And they do come out really good, and he's caring to me and also to the children. Since we have given birth to the children, I can say that my husband has been very hands-on till the beginning, till right now that we're talking. So I don't take it for granted at all. Sometimes I'm so weak, and I know that my husband has everything under control. And I think before we got married, that was something that I stated to him. I spoke to him about, I'm like, I don't want to go into this by myself with so much burden on my head. He was like, babe, you don't have to worry. I got you. We're doing this together. And I've never felt alone in my marriage, and I give God the glory for that. So a lot of things actually just stand out.
You're amazing. You make my life feel bright.
Yeah, so we're a new couple. I mean, we got married 2020. I remember March, the ending 28 or whatever. Canada passed a law that says every gathering above 50, 20, stop it. Everybody go home. No gathering. Our marriage was meant to be April 25th, 2020. The law came out March, a month before the wedding. Obviously, I was so panicked. If I had my way, I was going to move it because I wanted a big wedding. My wife is the person that wanted a small wedding. But the favorite moment is that, I mean, she was the one encouraging us along with our parents. So don't worry.
And his parents, actually.
Yeah, our parents to go forward and continue, right? Don't worry. Just go ahead with the wedding. It doesn't matter what they say. And then the law said 5 people to gather. 5 people. 5 people to gather. And but our encouragement that, I mean, the time was just so amazing, and that just made me understand that God had a hand in it. Because if your spouse could be so encouraging to you in that moment of COVID, of where things are panicking, everything. But we had the wedding, and we probably would say, well, like probably one of the first weddings in Canada when that law came to. That's when Zoom wedding. We were probably first to do Zoom wedding, like Zoom and YouTube wedding. Like the pastor came to our house. Pastor came to our house, and we had to set up. I mean, my best friend Emmanuel Wandose had to come in, set up the various cameras to stream on YouTube. So God has always been in step in every way. So I mean, apart from the moments we now have when we met, we are married. I mean, traveling to different places. We go on a little holiday here and there, and even, I mean, but that moment of that encouragement was something I will never forget. I'll never forget.
Too much, excess love.
Ìyàwó mi, olólùfẹ́ mi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi àtàlàyọ̀ mi. Is that the way you said though? I will love you. Ìyàwó mi, olólùfẹ́ mi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi àlàyọ̀ mi.
Love, your love for me too much.